Hey guys, it's Emily. Don't know what that was kind of terrifying. But anyway, let's proceed. So I have some really good, exciting, fun news, and I'm just feeling so giddy on top of the world, very content, and I will tell you why. I had to get all dolled up for the occasion. I feel like I don't always dress like this. I was in sweats like 5 minutes ago. But this is a special occasion, and I wanted to just feel special and cute and pretty and festive. And let's just go. I can't stall anymore. I will not leave you in suspense anymore. Let's just go. This came in the mail today. Today is where's my phone? It's somewhere. But today is, here's my calendar to help me out. It's a very important day. I need to have it memorized. The 29th. Is that right? I already have my calendar set for September. It's like a dry erase, you know? But yeah, it is the 29th. Okay, that's better. So, today, August 29th, 2022, really had to think about that one. Yeah, this afternoon it came on this fine, fabulous Monday day, and I'm just so excited. I did get 3 copies, 2 of which came today. The first one that I ordered, these ordered English. These I ordered like maybe a couple to maybe 3 days after I ordered my original first author copy. And these ones came first. The author copy, the first one that I ordered, right, to make it 3, that one's gonna come apparently by/on October 4th, which is ridiculous to me. Like, this is Amazon, and I'm not comprehending the reason as to why that is, but I'll just have to wait and see. Like, it's fine by me, it will come eventually, but at the same time it says that it's here in Rexburg. It's just not out for delivery, and it's been here since like the 23rd, and I ordered soon after I published, which was earlier this month of August. So annoying, but anyway, let's just get past that. I'm gonna figure out who goes with what book goes with who. I have 3 copies, one for myself, of course, to hoard, and then one for my parents to share. They can share with their grandkids, you know, my niece, my nephews, all of the fun children's book collection, English words. They can essentially add to that, and I think it means a lot to have my book on a shelf that the kids can easily access. That's really cool. To have my family aware of it and enjoy it. And the other copy is actually from my friend Stephanie. I'm excited to do cute little notes. And Stephanie was the friend of mine who encouraged me to publish this book. Originally, it was like a couple years ago, I think fall of 2020, I want to say. It was for one of my English classes that we were to actually design, write, and create a children's book. So mine was just like a spiral, like fancy enough to get a good grade, but obviously not published like more professionally or through Amazon or anything until now. And so I sat on that book for quite some time. Obviously, it's like 2 years later. And then this was maybe 2-ish months ago, something like that. And we were going, right? Okay, whew, that was a close one. I was like, am I saying all this for nothing and we're not even recording? But anyway, I'm just so excited. What was I even saying? Oh, right, church. So I was asked to share about my book. The people at church, they were aware that I wrote a book, which is Grandma Rose, and now Grandma Rose has a friend, Imagination Rose, I'll share in a second. And so I was asked to share a little bit about Grandma Rose and her story and my story and how my story came to be, how it was published, the process, my goal, my hope and dream in it, becoming an author and everything. And so anyway, my friend Stephanie reached out to me. She wanted to inquire about how to get published through Amazon / in general, and so we became friends that way. She lives actually in my neighborhood, and she's just a really cute, fun, sweet person, and she wants to write her own books, and she encouraged me to write this one, like, get it out there. I mean, I didn't really have to change anything, maybe like a comma and a period. It was like only 2 grammar spots that I had to enhance and correct. That was basically it. And then I just had to like transfer over my drawings. So I like would upload them as PDFs and then take pictures, like screenshots on my laptop, and I would just upload it to my book format that way. It's very complicated, but it worked out, and I think it turned out pretty nice. But yeah, So Stephanie was asking about my books, and I share my children's book with her, and I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry. I'm just way too excited for words, and that's why I can't get the words out properly. But I show her it, and she's like, you need to get this published. She was really impressed with the storyline and the commentary, the dialogue, how there was flow to it, and it would be really inspirational. And that's my goal. That's what I hope. So Grandma Rose has a friend, Imagination Rose. Here she is. And when I published this earlier this month, okay, there was some drama. I spent all day, whereas Grandma Rose, easy breezy to put the book together and hit submit and then order the author copies a little bit after that process. But this guy took hours and hours of me trying to submit and failing at it because the book was too short. And I heard that you have to have about 20 or so pages at the least, at the minimum, in order to be able to publish through Amazon Kindle publishing. And so I did just that. I was like, okay, well, I need to go past the 16 that I originally had. Let's go to 23-ish, as they said. And then it's like, you need 70 something. And I was like, it's just going up. Like, what is this? And so I just made it longer. And I love the size. I'm really impressed with this size and how it turned out. I feel like it's perfect, mostly because it's imperfect. Like, when you publish your own book, you are the author, you're behind the story, you put the book together, you hit submit, you don't have anybody read or look or change your book. Like, they don't alter it. Like, all hands are off. Like, I love to work through Amazon because, no, like, I'm not trying to be rude, but you don't have to work with anybody. And that, like, that's a lot of hate, I feel like, towards publishers, but I don't want my book changed. I don't want a change to it. I'm proud of the way it is, and I want to say in everything, cover to cover, everything in between, every single page. I feel like I wouldn't be on the same page in the actual sense of the phrase if I were to work with like a professional. Like, I'm kind of an amateur, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. So Imagination Rose, and roses are symbolic in all of my books and story ideas. And here it is, August 2021, Grandma Rose happened, and a year later, by the month, we have this beauty right here in front of you. Me, you. And I'm just like ecstatic. Like, I opened the box and I'm like tearing up. The same thing happened with Grandma Rose. It's just such a surreal, exhilarating feeling because you have this dream and this goal since you're like in the first grade, and you have it happen, and then you have it happen again. Like, the joy is times two, or if not more. And so, yeah, I did all of the drawings, and I'm just really, really happy with it. I think it's just beautiful. I love the black and white here on the front. Then you have the pop of color, the rose that I drew and colored on the back. And all my pictures are going to include flowers. Like you can see here, maybe you can see I have a rose in my hand. Here I have more of a bouquet, which died very, very quickly, which was suspicious. I thought that was funny. But anyway, then it has my little bio, the little synopsis or whatever you want to call it here about the book. M.K. McAllister is my pen name, McAllister being my last name, M.K. being me combining Emily K, my full name, first and middle. And yeah, there's three like parts quote. We can just refer to it as that. To my book, there was originally going to be only the story itself, and then I was like, let's include two activities to make this book longer, which will allow me to actually publish the book through Amazon. So there's different ways to make your book shorter. I just went the route of making my book longer in order to publish it faster, more easily. Didn't feel easy because it just took forever, but that's okay. You know, so we have the story, okay? And then we get into kind of like part two. So the story ends with the end. And then you're going to get to try it. And what you're going to do is you're going to use the pictures. You refer to the pictures, but you create the dialogue, the conversation, the start to finish, the once upon a time, what's in the middle, all the way to the end. And so you base it off of what you learned from the story. you get to recreate and retell it in your own words, which I think is a lot of fun. So I'm kind of sort of glad that the process to publish was so time consuming and such a trial and error type of process, because it allowed me to incorporate an activity book style within my children's book itself, which I think is a lot of fun. So now we have a bunch of blank pages, obviously, but you can't have too many blank pages when you publish through Amazon. That's like a rule of theirs. So I have my little quote, "There's no such thing as a bad day." I have to make sure that's the correct quote right there if they have it in the right language, because I have OCD. But yes, it's right. I'm not going to check every page. I'm just going to trust that they're right, because that's a lot of pages and it's the same quote on every page. Hopefully it's the same quote. But yeah, so they're just going to write their own story. That is what they're going to do. That's the next step, the third final activity within this book. Well, there's like 2 activities, but the activity also to start is the actual children's book, my story itself. So it's just like how it sounds, Imagination Rose. We're going to be talking about imagination, and it has to do with the rose, and we are still recording, right? I'm just such like a blabbermouth, and I'm very long-winded, and all of my things are not long story short. It's always short story long with me, but that's okay. So I'm just feeling so good right now. So I'm gonna, this sounds mean and kind of selfish, but I'm going to have these 2 copies reserved, for one for myself and then the other for my friend Stephanie. I'll try to give it to her this week, actually. And then my parents will be the 3rd copy to come, hopefully by October, which is so dumb if you ask me. But to celebrate, we have these chocolate cinnamon bears. They're chocolate covered cinnamon bears, and I'm so excited. And I did not go to the dentist like a month ago and get 3 cavity fillings. That happened in like 6 months' time. I got 3 cavities, but it's time to celebrate. So yeah, I'm so happy, and I don't want to get like emotional again, but like, I don't know. I just have a lot of feelings, and I know that I've said a lot of things and stuff, but I'm just very, very excited. So thank you for your love, support, kindness in my dreams and my goal of becoming an author, and your support means the world to me, and it just means so much more that you care and you're interested and curious in my dreams. So to support someone is one thing, but it's another thing to really adore the person and their work. And I just think that's a really cool and beautiful thing, and I very much appreciate it. And I'm just so excited. So happy. I have plenty of room on my bookshelf. I went through some things, and yeah. More updates later, and I'll be holding another book and sharing my 3rd book with you in 1 year's time. That's my goal, and I have many story ideas, and so I will make it happen, and I'll update you then. So thank you. I don't want to end this moment. Well, there will be many more moments with this, but thank you, and thank you.